Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, this time, we're working on a 22 horse Briggs in a Craftsman lawn tractor. No start. Customer's been using this thing for a while now and it's been great. Now it won't start. It's got a fuel problem. Not sure what it is. There's fuel in the tank. There's fuel in the fuel filter. But even with the choke, it's got a manual choke on it. Even with the choke, it won't fire. I know it's a fuel problem because I pulled the air filter assembly out and I squirted carb juice in there while I was cranking and it fired right up. So we have a fuel starvation problem. We just don't know why yet. Anyways, I'm gonna get some tools gathered. I'm gonna get the shield off so I can get some access to the carburetor here. First thing, I checked the usual suspect. I checked the solenoid, the fuel solenoid. Click, click, click. When you turn the key on, that fuel solenoid, you should hear it or feel it move. And it was moving, or it was clicking. So we're gonna pull that out and have a look anyways, and then I'll probably end up pulling the bowl off. If there's water in this thing, it'll do exactly the same as this. If there's water in the bottom of the carburetor cannot pull water up, but it can pull fuel. So if there's water there, it basically acts as a plug, so fuel can't get up into the carburetor. But we'll investigate that in a second. So let me get some stuff gathered, and we'll start ripping into it. Okay, so we got the shield off the front there. Unfortunately, with the angle of things, you guys might not be able to see a lot of this, but anyways, I'm gonna pull this bowl, the solenoid off. See if I can catch something maybe that's coming out of that. It'll tell us if it's water or not anyway. Maybe. We'll see. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, something's dripping already. It's got a fuel pump on it, so it shouldn't siphon empty. It's hard to tell if it's fuel or water from here. Yet. I think it's fuel. I'll tell a few minutes when we get this off. Okay, so that's out. I want to hook this back up and I want to make sure that plunger, even though it's clicking, I want to make sure that it's still going up and down. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Watch. Yep, it's going up and down. Okay, let's go a little further. These are real fun to get out. Gotta get up in there with a Phillips bit and a wrench or a ratchet or something. Quarter shallow, 1/4 inch drive ratchet. Could be a fuel pump. That's one thing we may have to check. Should just be a couple of Phillips screws up underneath here. Sometimes they can be an adventure to break loose. Stuff falling on the ground. Yep. Customer's here. Another lawn tractor sold. All right, let's get this bowl out of here. If we can. Yeah, not very polite to get in there. I don't like them. There's only 2 screws though. 2 screws and an O-ring. There's 1 screw. Let's see if I can get that one with my fingers yet. Nope. Ratchet's a little large. Let's go with a wrench. Could have made them a little easier to get off, but whatever. So there was some fuel, not a lot in that bowl. Not a lot. Maybe leaning more towards a bad fuel pump now. There was just a sprinkle in that bowl. A little bit of debris in there, but nothing too crazy serious. Huh. There's a little jet in the side of the bottom here, and that's what allows fuel to go up into the carburetor. Oh yeah, she's clear. Yep. Let's put you back in your home. Let's say we crank the engine over. That'll tell us if it's getting fuel from the fuel pump. That is my next suspect. All right, you guys watch up here for dribbles. Contact. I didn't see any fuel, did you guys? I didn't see anything. No fuel. Huh. I think we might have a bad fuel pump. Oh, I know there's some gas in the tank. Don't tell me it's not enough. Huh. Let me check. That's too much gas is in that tank. Hold on. Okay, back on this. I had a few distractions. So I got looking at the thing. We know we got no fuel pump action. The fuel pump uses a hose between the pump body and the crankcase to get the pulses from the crankcase, vacuum and pressure pulses. That's what activates the diaphragm in the pump to make it pump fuel. So I took this line off between the pump and the carb, and it blows nice and clear, and it comes out the needle, which is where it should, which is fine. And I'm feeling the pulse line, and the pulse line kind of felt weird, and it had a hard crunchy bit in it, and it looks like somebody's gone over that before, which was not me, but it was somebody. And I found this little hard piece of plastic in there that I can't blow through. So I don't think the fuel pump was getting pulses to make it pump. We're going to check that right now, because I put a little piece of 3/8 fuel line on it between the valve cover and the pump, and we're going to give her a cranking and see if anything comes splashing out of that needle. You guys watch it. Ready? Go! Well, that was the problem. We got fuel now, and we got a battery that's dying, so I better put a charger on it. There we go. That was the issue. Let's get the bowl put back on there. We'll get her wiped out. A little bit of crud was in it. We'll get that wiped out, put back on there. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. It's got a weird freaky hose clamp on there that's not mine. Looks new. I don't know who put it on there. It could be the customer for all I know. I really don't know. But we figured out the problem. Let's get the bowl back on there. Can't see the hole. There it is. That'll do it. Fuel pump pulse line plugged up. Mystery solved. One screw's in there and snug. Let's get the other one in there. We need need to get our solenoid screws in back in there. Mess with this little wrench and the screwdriver bit. Oh, geez, don't lose it. There it is. Got it. Not the easiest thing to get to, actually. But you do what you gotta do. I don't know what that was about. Like I said, I did sell this machine. I don't remember seeing that, but I don't know. It's run fine for this long. I don't know what happened with it, but okay. Customer will be happy that it was a nice, inexpensive fix. A little bit of labor to diagnose it, but I mean, we chased the problem down after eventually. Special wrench. Just a 1/2-inch wrench that I've ground the sides down to make them fit these a lot easier. There we go, she's threading. Relatively simple fix, if you know what you're looking for. First step is diagnosing whether it's a fuel or a spark issue. That's very easy with a little bit of carb spray. If it doesn't run like on its own, if you give it some fuel, like carb spray, brake clean, whatever, squirt of fuel down the carb. If it runs on that, if you supply it fuel, then you know it has a fuel supply issue. I'm going to check for the click. There you go, you can hear it. Let's get that out of the way. There was no water in it, which is good. It's got a fuel supply now, which is awesome. Let's get our shielding back on there, which is, this shield also supports the muffler. I got my fingers underneath there and lift the muffler up to get those screws back in it. Oh yeah? Sure you are. You're there. It's a 1/2-inch, wherever that went. I don't know. Losing tools all over the place here. Done. Well, hopefully we can get her to fire with that battery being a little low. I'm not going to run it long because you shouldn't use the alternator of the tractor to charge a dead battery. Ends up burning out your stator, and they're expensive. You shouldn't boost a tractor that's dead. You should charge the battery and then run it. Otherwise it burns out the charge coil. So hopefully we can get it to run. And then I'll shut it down and I'll put a charger on it. Give her a little throttle, give her a little choke. Let's see what happens. Remember, we gotta fill that bowl up because it's empty. I'll put a booster pack on it. That way it'll have a battery that's not dead. The stator won't know that it has a battery that's dead because the booster pack will be a good battery. Now let's give it a shot. Done. Well, there we go. You know what, I'm gonna leave that on there for a minute because I want to start it again after I shut the camera off and make sure that everything else is golden. But yeah, that's all it was. Just a little pulse line over here. I'll get you out of the tripod and show you. Flip you over there, flip the monitor over so I can see what's going on. So this little pulse line, this little line right there, that's the pulse line. Takes the crankcase pulses and goes to the back side of the diaphragm pump, and it makes the diaphragm move back and forth through a set of check valves. It pulls fluid, pulls fuel here, and pushes it out there. Fills the bowl. Yeah, there we go. Fixed. Thanks for joining me on this video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you do subscribe, give the bell a dingle. It'll notify you when I upload new videos. And until the next one, take care.